siege. Riley, Taz, yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? Why no water, that designer, baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. I used to think that people die because they wicked. Nowadays people wanna see you dead because you gifted. Been ready for my tomb since I came up out the womb. So no matter what, I'm coming back and paying you a visit. Saw it coming, I predicted, but y'all wouldn't listen. No, you can't protect your riches if you never burn bridges. Flip pages, went places, made changes, still dangerous. Now I'm back, altercation, hold still, I make it painless. How it feel, baby? When you say you love me, is it real, baby? Full speed, both hands on the wheel, baby. Young Taz coming from the Mobile, baby. You know the drill, baby. Yeah. And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
The King Arena here on campus at Wheaton College. I'm Nate Stein alongside Caleb Springer. You're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Huge game tonight as the Wheaton Thunder men's basketball team faces off with the number 5 nationally ranked Augustana Vikings. The Thunder still somehow unranked and only getting a handful of votes in the D3 Hoops Top 25, even though they have 2 top 10 road wins in their past 7 games.
Yeah, they're 7-1 since their trap game loss to Alma before winter break, including a win at Whitworth and at Augustana. And on the other side, Augustana has won 3 straight CCIW games against teams on the lower half since their last loss to Wheaton. So they're looking for revenge here tonight in King Arena.
Yeah, trying to avenge the loss they suffered out in Rock Island just a couple of weeks ago. And one thing to watch out for, we were talking to Coach John Panner, the assistant for the Thunder, before the game. He's saying that the Thunder really want to get out in transition, try to run a little bit more, while the Vikings are going to try to pound the ball down low. He compared it. Augustana's going to be playing an F-150 game. The Thunder are going to be trying to play a Ferrari game.
Yeah, absolutely. Pace is huge in this game. Wheaton wants to get out and run, get up a lot of threes. Augustana wants to pack it in and play great defense. Both sides, the Wheaton has the nationally ranked offense and Augustana has a nationally ranked defense. So we'll see which side wins the battle today.
King Arena is going to be buzzing tonight. This game crazy hyped up. Coach Shower called it the national game of the week. In fact, Wheaton fans walking in are going to be getting some of these megaphones, try to make things a little bit louder. Student section doing a jersey out. Should be a good one. We're going to send it onto the court for the opening ceremony to national anthem. Stick with us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
And so then they can like if you don't stick out your full strength, put over here.
Yeah.
So otherwise you're going to put it on the side. No one can put it back. Separate. I mean, the 1 and 2A are right now. The 1A fights down. 2 and 3A, they go back and forth and they compete. 1 and 2A. So if we have a mix, I'm going to be like some parts of it. Saturdays, it's not my sport. Fridays,
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to King Arena tonight's CCW National featuring this big venue of Augustana and your Wheaton College Thunder. At this time, we're going to see all these rise as the number 50 as we have America with the Singapore National Anthem performed tonight by the Thundertones.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Excellent. Great job.
They're only like 45 minutes before the next one. You guys got to be down there by 11 on Friday.
At this time, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Vikings of Augustana College. Ring number 14, a 6'1 junior from Denver, Colorado, Nolan Ebel. Number 20, a 6'2 junior from Algonquin, Illinois, Krishawn Orange. Number 30, a 6'3 senior from Bettendorf, Iowa, Dylan Sortillo. Number 34, a 6'6 junior from Davis, Illinois, Brett Benning. And in the middle, number 44, a 6'11 sophomore from Iowa City, Iowa, Micah Martin. The Vikings are coached by Gray Giovanni. All right, Thunder fans, on your feet. The starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. Wearing number 1, a 6'1 junior from Tyler, Texas, Aston Francis. Wearing number 3, a 6'5 junior from Maitland, Florida, Kobe Eichelberger. Number 22, a 6'3 senior from Northfield, Illinois, Ricky Samuelson. Number 25, a 6'8 sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Anajawan Spencer. And number 34, a 6'4 junior from Medina, Ohio, Luke Peters. Wheaton is coached by Mike Schauer.
And we are back over here at the media table, just moments away from the opening tip between the Thunder and the Vikings. And you can feel the energy in this gym right now, Caleb. This is going to be an incredible game.
This is a huge game. Both teams sit at 6-2 in the conference. Wheaton won at Augustana, as we mentioned pregame. So if Wheaton wins this game, not only do they advance past Augustana, but then they also hold the head-to-head tiebreaker against them as well.
So for the Vikings, starting things out, it'll be Nolan Ebel, Krishawn Orange, Dylan Sortillo, Brett Benning, and Micah Martin. Martin, the 6'11 sophomore, definitely somebody to watch as this game goes on. He is going to be the key to this game for the Vikings. They're hoping to come out of King Arena with the win. For the Thunder, it's the usual suspects: Aston Francis, Kobe Eichelberger, Ricky Samuelson, Jay Spencer, and Luke Peters. Martin wins the opening tip. This is back to Ebel. Ebel swings it around to Sortillo. Sortillo looking inside for Martin. Good job by Spencer fronting him. Ebel pulls up for a corner 3, gets things going.
Augustana does not make many threes per game. They're actually 304th in the whole country, but they do knock them down when they shoot them. You can't let Ebel especially get open like that.
Francis kicks it out. Spencer trying to match. Back rims it. Huge rebound by Kobe Eichelberger, and he's whistled for a travel.
Yeah, it looked like a foul from my perspective. Kobe seemed like he went straight up and got pushed back, but the refs called a travel.
Evil takes the inbound pass, and you could hear after that call how loud King Arena is going to be with those megaphones passed out among the students. Driving into the lane is Orange. Huge rebound, Benning. Orange drives right, kicks it out. Evil for three. And another one right away in the first minute. Vikings up 6-0. They're not here to play around, like you said, trying to avenge the loss in Rock Island.
Yeah, this is a revenge game for Augustana.
Eichelberger swings it around. Francis, a deep three. Got it.
And you know Francis is ready to play. He's a big game player. But he needs to do a better job on a defensive end. He's lost Evil twice already.
Inside to Martin. And an easy lay-in. Spencer couldn't contain.
Yeah, that's just Augustana's height advantage. They are much bigger than Wheaton across the board.
Eichelberger thought about a 30-footer. Swings it out. Spencer all alone. Pumps left, drives right, back out. Eichelberger into the lane. Strong take, and he goes over the top of both Benning and Martin.
Eichelberger the last couple of games has really come on. Last game against in a win against IIT, he had 20 points and 9 rebounds.
Spencer's going to be whistled for a foul away from the ball down low. And that's something to watch. If the Thunder Bigs can stay out of foul trouble trying to contain the 6'11 Martin, it's going to give him a great shot to win.
Zach Quam coming in for Francis early. Coach Schauer is not happy with Francis's defensive effort, allowing Ebel to get 2 wide open threes to start the game.
Yeah, very obviously a defensive sub. Quam, a bulldog for this Thunder side. One of the senior leaders that Coach Schauer has talked about after pretty much every game. Benning with it, swings it out to Orange. Sortillo around the horn, back to Ebel. Sortillo, 3 seconds on the shot clock, pulls up a deep three. That one off the front iron. Rebound Peters, tipped out by Martin, and it will stay Thunder ball.
That's a good sign. I like seeing Luke Peters crashing the defensive glass. Wheaton's giving up size, so we need everybody to crash the glass, including the guards.
And right back in is Aston Francis. I think if Coach Schauer has the opportunity to, we'll see Francis and Quam switching pretty much every possession, offense, defense.
I think it might be a little more of just a point. He's making a point to Aston that you got to play defense if you want to play in this game.
And a foul on the baseline will go against Nolan Ebel. And the Thunder student section eating that up. Peters to Francis, another pull-up three. No good. Rebound Benning. Eichelberger gets a steal. Saves it in bounds, but back to the Vikings and they'll reset. Benning pulls up for three in stride. And that is going to be Sortillo over the top. That's an easy call.
Yeah, that was a foul. I was surprised on the other end they didn't call a foul on them as well. Luke Peters got smacked going up for the rebound.
And Sortillo initially unhappy for that, but you can see he very obviously uses that right hand to rise up over the top of Francis and pull down that rebound.
Yeah, one thing is clear, Nate. This is a physical game.
Yeah, physicality, I would say, favors the Vikings. If the Thunder can battle through, though, you never know what's going to happen. This one's going to be on Eichelberger. And quick fouls both ways. Sortillo swings it up top. Orange to Martin. Sortillo inside for Benning. Benning trying to work on Eichelberger, and good job staying vertical by Eichelberger, and he's rewarded with the rebound. Peters going right into Ebel. Has a bit of a size advantage. Samuelson, sky hook, right over the top of Sortillo. 8-7 after about 3.5 minutes here in King Arena.
Wow, we are primed for quite a game. It's only 4 minutes in and the energy is already really high in this arena.
Yeah, I have to believe this is about as loud as we have seen and will see King Arena all season long. Martin working inside on Gunter. And there's just not a whole lot Gunter can do there.
Yeah, you got to do your work early. Once he gets the ball in that spot, there's not much you can do given the height advantage. Martin is huge, 6'11" with long wingspan. You got to do your work early. Don't let him get that spot.
Peters looking for somewhere to go with it. Francis is doubled. Gets it to Samuelson on the baseline. Eichelberger pump fakes into the lane. Up and under. Martin swats that away, and it is Viking ball. And Micah Martin making his presence known on both ends of the floor. 4 points and a block in just a couple minutes of action.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get many 6'11" long athletic guys in Division III basketball, but he's one of them.
Tortillo kicks this one out. Swung around. Back for Simon. Gunter with a good help on that screen. Kellen drives baseline, kicks into the corner. Simon for three. Airmails that one. Rebound by Frakes. Right place, right time. And a shot clock violation. The Vikings not understanding that that ball didn't touch the rim. That's on Frakes. He's got to communicate that right away when he catches the air ball.
I think crowd noise played a play in too. It's hard to hear anybody in this arena, and they didn't realize it didn't hit the rim.
Quam working on Simon. Drives to the right wing, gets it to Peters.
Oh, that's two. That's a big call.
Yeah, Ebel averaging 14.4 points per game, the second leading scorer on this Vikings team, gonna get a spot on the bench with 2 early fouls. And if you remember that game in Rock Island, one of the huge factors was the foul trouble that both Ebel and Orange got into. Both players ended up fouling out.
Yeah, that is a big development early in this game. Ebel's a huge part of this Viking attack.
Francis, a step back three. Come on.
There goes that man, 6 points early. Good sign for the Thunder if he can go off.
Knotted up at 10. Martin working inside on Gunter, and a good drop step as he rises up for the easy two.
I don't think Martin likes it when you double hard. Let's see if the Thunder can make it harder on him. One-on-one in the post is an impossible matchup for Gunter.
Francis swings it through. Peterson for three. That one off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Jelen. Simon with it. And he immediately hears it from the Thunder student section. Swung around to Kellen. Kellen looking for Martin. Gunter forced him down low. And Martin finishes through some contact. That man is all sorts of fired up right now.
Yeah, you see here has so much space and no double team. Quam tried to come late, but it was too late at that point. He had already made his move and was going up. You gotta attack him early so he has to pick up the ball and he can't make a move. Once he makes the move, it's too late.
Yeah, and Quam's late rotation also the foul in that scenario. And Martin finishes the three-point play. In comes Andy McLaughlin. And Martin will take a seat on the bench. This is a time for the Thunder to strike with the 6'11" monster out on the bench. All 15 of the Viking points coming from just 2 players. Martin with 9, Ebel with 6. And both those guys have a spot down on the bench right now. Samuelson on the left wing. Quam with it. Francis looking inside. Draws a double team. Kicks it out. Quam open look at a three. And he shorts that one. Loose ball pulled down by Orange. Orange driving in. Jay Spencer says no, sir. Francis in transition slows things up. And Francis a deep three. That one off the mark. Rebound Quam. Eichelberger, pump fake, goes up.
I think Quam actually hit him. We'll see the replay, but I'm pretty sure Zach Quam just fouled Kobe Eichelberger.
Thunder may have gotten away with one here.
I mean, Quam got pushed a little bit by Orange, but it was Quam who made the contact with Eichelberger. A fortunate play for the Thunder.
And it looks like they're actually giving that foul to Jelen.
Hey, Thunder will take it.
There'll be no complaints about that one as Brennan comes back into the game. Second one from Eichelberger on the way. And he knocks it down.
I've said this many times in broadcast, but Kobe Eichelberger is really the X factor on this team. You know what you can get from Francis. You know Samuelson will knock down threes. When Eichelberger can score in double figures and get rebounds, this team is really, really dangerous.
And make defensive plays like that. Great deflection away from Benning. Quam with a nice little jab step. Spencer for three, and he airmails that one. Rebound, Krishan Orange.
Jay has really struggled with his confidence from three. He did not look confident shooting that ball.
Benning working on the outside. Orange trying to drive on Samuelson. Back to Jelen. He somehow gets into the paint. And a finish from McLaughlin will put the Vikings back up by 5. Quam hands it off to Francis. Double team. Francis crosses over Orange, drives into the lane. And that pass too high for Quam. It will be Viking ball. Peters and Peterson re-enter for the Thunder. Nolan Ebel back for the Vikings.
Wow, this is a lot of trust by Coach Giovanni putting Ebel back in the game with 2 fouls.
And right away turns it over. Peters comes up with the steal. Drops it back to Samuelson. Looking inside for Peterson, but good recovery from Andy McLaughlin. The 6'7" sophomore from Moline, Illinois, getting his hand in the passing lane.
And so far, Augustana has done a good job on defense, but the thing about the Thunder is at any moment they could just go on a 10-0 run. They're that kind of team.
Peterson gets it up top for Peters. Ebel on Peters. And Luke Peters into the lane, spinning and finishing. That's such a good post player for a guard.
Yeah, and such a smart play too, knowing Ebel has 2 fouls and knowing one of Peters' strengths on the offensive end is in the post. The Thunder go right at him.
And Spencer Peterson's going to get whistled trying to contain Michael Martin. And I think that could be a common theme, trying to contain Martin and getting a lot of fouls.
So far, it has not been Orange that's been the problem, the leading scorer for the Vikings, but Martin who has the ball.
Ebel pump fakes, kicks it out. Orange straightaway 3. There it is,
goes.
on cue. The broadcaster's curse.
Yeah.
Peters working up top, gets it to Eichelberger. Pull up 3, and Eichelberger right in Benning's eye.
Eichelberger playing with so much confidence. 7 points early, 2 rebounds. He wants this one.
That'll be an offensive foul against the Vikings right in front of the Thunder bench, and that's a boost of energy.
Yeah, that's a nice call. Given if Martin gets in foul trouble, this Vikings team is nowhere near the same.
Peters pushing ahead. Francis needs to hit Peters earlier there, wide open, rolling in the lane. Samuelson can't get the floater to go, and just not a smart play from Spencer Peterson, taking that foul there, trying to fly in late. I stand corrected. It was not a foul. Lucky for Peterson.
Yeah, I think he just hit it out.
Looked like a foul. Martin on the perimeter. Swings it to Sortillo. And another steal for Peters. Gets it ahead to Samuelson. Goes up, can't finish with the left. And it will stay Thunder ball. Coach Giovanni very unhappy with that call. Livid on the sidelines. We'll get another look here on the Realty Executives replay.
I think he has a point. I think it was off of Francis'
that one
hand.
very well may have been off Francis. And now it will be Viking ball.
I like putting Peterson on Martin. I like that adjustment by the Thunder. Peterson has a big body to not let Martin push him around. He's the only one on the Thunder that can really stand his ground against Martin.
Dealing with Orange now. Pull-up jumper on the pick and roll. Martin with a big rebound. And Eichelberger swats that one away. It'll stay down low for the Vikings. Eichelberger will get a breather as Gunter re-enters. Into Sortillo. Floater in the lane. Rebound Gunter. Peters pushing the pace a little bit. Dribble handoff to Quam. Swung around. Francis off a couple screens. Step back three. Unbelievable.
That's a move that is next level. Step back threes, hand in the face. Francis is an unbelievable scorer.
Ebel pulls down the long rebound off the missed Benning three. Orange now working on Peters. Good help from Peterson and a great shade by Peters, keeping the roller Martin out of trouble. Sortillo driving into the lane, turnaround jumper, rims out, tipped in by Benning.
The Vikings just are always around the rim. They're always looking to tip in offensive rebounds. You can never take a break on the defensive glass.
Peters gets it to Francis, guarded by Orange. Swung out. Peterson straightaway three. No good. Rebound Martin.
I know Peterson can hit that, but he is only shooting around 18% from three this season. I think that's the shot the Vikings will settle for.
Ebel misses a three. Loose ball still bouncing around, and that will go for the Thunder.
Both teams shooting around 42%. Augustana's at 42.9%. Wheaton at 41.2% early on. Wheaton's made 4 threes. Augustana has made 3.
And it's shown up on the scoreboard, showed up in their first matchup, which I want to say was an 8-point final after all the free throws were said and done. These are two very evenly matched teams. Eichelberger into the lane, draws another foul. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair, but clearly upset with himself that he could not get that to go. And I think Coach Giovanni may have just gotten teed up. The Thunder student section is certainly reacting like he did, waiting on official word.
I believe Coach Giovanni was just very animated, and that's what they're responding to. I don't know if I saw a technical.
We're waiting for word from the official, yeah, and it will just be 2 shots. Coach Giovanni's got to be careful with that, though.
Yeah, the Thunder student section loves to get on any coach who shows emotion. I think that's what happened there.
Eichelberger draws the Thunder within 1 with his first. Samuelson re-enters as Peters will get a breather.
You can tell by the way these players are playing how badly they want this game, that everyone knows how important it is.
And Eichelberger knots this up at 22 apiece with 7:47 to play in the first half. Francis gets his hand in the lane for a steal, takes it away. A Euro step lefty, no finish, rebound Spencer, goes up strong. And Jay Spencer very upset with the no call there. Ended up on the seat of his pants. And the Vikings throw this one away. Once again, that's Jack Jellin with back-to-back turnovers on trips down the floor. And he will get a seat on the bench because of that.
And it looks like Coach Giovanni has shed the suit jacket. He knew it was coming, it just maybe not this early.
Yeah, and the student section, Riken's Rowdy's actually doing a contest to see when he would take it off. Whoever guessed 7 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first half, congratulations, you're a winner. Getting the hand in the passing lane is Kellen. Dribbled it off his foot, couldn't finish, but a good job to recover and get it over to Frakes to put the Vikings back up by 2.
Just a lazy pass there, and the Vikings took advantage.
Francis on the right wing. Working on Kellen. Pulls up from 3, gets fouled, back iron. But Aston Francis will have 3 free throws.
Gets another savvy play, going up, taking a contact, but he remained focused on the rim and almost got a 4-point play out of it. Aston Francis 3 of 5 from 3 so far, 9 points. The 4th leading scorer in the country at 27.4 points per game.
Can't convert on the first free throw. With 2 more coming, Francis can still tie this up with a pair of makes. And that's something you don't see every day. Aston Francis missing back-to-back free throws.
No, it's really I don't know if I've ever seen it, to be honest.
Free throws, something that this Thunder team has struggled with all season long. As Francis goes just 1 of 3 from the line. Ebel swings it out. Kellen a wide open 3. That one off the mark. Samuelson with a good rebound. Thunder trying to get out in transition. Francis! Come on! Wow. Are you kidding me? That is not normal.
I am speechless. He caught that ball with his face not even looking at the basket.
And the Thunder just playing the tip drill the entire time. Eichelberger throws it behind Francis. He takes a spot to look at where he is on the floor. And you can't do anything to defend that.
Oh my.
What can you possibly do?
That is one of the more impressive shots I've ever seen at any level.
And you can see the Thunder fans still reacting to that sequence of events as Wheaton's back on top 26-24. We got a quick break for a timeout with 6:25 to play in the first half.
If anybody takes that shot besides Aston Francis, they will not see the court the rest of the year, probably. But
absolutely, that is not a good shot.
But with Aston Francis, you just expect it to go in. 4 threes in the first half. He averages, I think, around 4 threes per game, 4.6 threes per game, which actually leads the country. He makes the most amount of threes per game in the entire NCAA, and he already has 4 tonight.
So expect that lead to only increase on numbers. And speaking of 3-point leaders, Ricky Samuelson still leading the nation in 3-point percentage. We didn't talk a whole lot about the Thunder offense. We talked about ranked offense versus a ranked defense, but this is a Thunder offense that can pour it in from anywhere on the court. And you've seen the Augustana reaction on the defensive end. You have the likes of Krishan Orange and Nolan Ebel guarding Francis and Peters and Quam 25, 30 feet from the basket. That's not a normal thing that you'll see every day, except for players defending the Thunder offense. Benning working into the lane. Rebound Eichelberger.
That was great defense from Eichelberger. What a game he's had so far.
Yeah, 9 points, a couple rebounds, a couple assists for Eichelberger. Samuelson, a step back, mid-range jumper. Thunder lead by 4.
Samuelson's played in so many of these games over the years. He played in these games as freshman, and now his senior year, he knows what it takes to win.
Peterson gets the rejection, but also whistled for the foul. And speaking of Samuelson playing in these games, if you remember a few years back, Samuelson as a sophomore knocking down the corner three at the buzzer to send this game into overtime back when the Thunder were at the depths of the CCIW and the Vikings were the #1 team in the nation.
Yeah, he has hit countless clutch shots. He's someone that just always grinded. He's always just in the right spot, playing hard. Just such a key player for this team.
And Ebel goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, brings the Vikings back within 3.
Wow, it's only 15 minutes into this game. Feels like it should be the second half. There's so much energy in this building.
Yeah, this is what playoff basketball will feel like as Eichelberger drives into the lane and stays with it and finishes with the second opportunity.
Great awareness to just continue to go up. Most guys would be, it's a kind of an awkward play, but he just kept playing because he realized the ball got tipped out of his hands.
Benning on the left wing, pump fakes and swings it back around. Gets to Ebel on the far side of the court. Driving into the lane, kicks it into the corner for Orange, and his left heel on the sideline. It will be Thunder ball.
Yeah, Orange has not really been a big part of this game. He only has 3 points. He's guarding Aston Francis, which is no small task, but Aston's been able to go off so far. Aston has 13 points and Orange has 3, so Francis is winning the battle of the 2 best players so far.
Well, that is expected for Francis, who's the #4 scorer in the country, averaging 27.4 a game, and he goes to work again, swings it to Luke Peters in the corner, but Peters can't connect. Orange now in transition, goes up, takes some contact, can't finish, and Martin gets the and one. It wasn't pretty, but count it.
Yeah, Martin's been a little quiet the last 10 minutes or so, but he certainly makes his presence felt here. Trevor Gunter had to help. He went up for the block, but that always frees up the big to go up, and Ricky Samuelson's too small to get in his way.
Martin back rims the free throw attempt. Rebound tipped out by Benning. Sortillo jabs right, goes left. Orange working on the perimeter, pulls up. Francis with a hand in his face, and another offensive rebound. So a third chance for the Vikings, and Orange makes good on it.
And Augustana has dominated the rebounding battle. We expected that coming in, but they're up 9 right now. They have 21 rebounds, so Wheaton's 12.
Peters swings it to Gunter. Hand off to Francis for 3. That one off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound, Samuelson.
Man, Francis has 13 points on 4 very difficult shots. Let's see if the Thunder can free him up a little bit.
Eichelberger pump fakes, drives baseline, kicks it back out to Francis. Looking down low for Gunter. And it will be Thunder ball still, but only 6 seconds on the shot clock. Once again, Jack Jellin just struggling to control the ball. Looked like he had that rebound, and then it just bounced off his leg out of bounds.
Yeah, let's see if Wheaton here can get a quick out of bounds play, get a shot up. They got to recognize it's only 6 seconds on the shot clock.
And a last second sub will take Krishan Orange out of the game as Joe Kellen re-enters. Jay Spencer all alone, miscommunication on defense, and he flushes it with the right hand.
That is very un-Augustana Viking-like. Normally so fundamentally solid on defense. They did not communicate well off that screen.
And it wasn't as if Peters hit Spencer as soon as he got open. He was standing open for a second or two and even had time to dribble before the Vikings could recover. Off-balance shot from Sortillo will bring this back to a 1-point game.
The senior, like Samuelson, has been through a lot of these games. Him and Samuelson are very, very similar players in some respects.
Francis working on Kellen, step back 2. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
I mean, sometimes you just have to clear out a side and say, Francis, just get the ball in the basket, and that's what they did there.
Martin trying to work inside on Spencer. Kicked out, Kellen for 3. And that ties this thing up at 34, 2:40 to play in the first half. Peters all alone at the elbow. Francis can't get it to him through the double team. Ten on the shot clock as Francis resets. 5 seconds, Francis got to make something happen. Step back. I don't know why I was worried.
Are you kidding me?
That's 18 points for Aston Francis.
I don't know why we're surprised. Honestly, I'm not anymore. I mean, he was fumbling with the ball with 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Somehow gets loose and just nails it.
18 points in 18 minutes for Aston Francis. And now Brett Benning will head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, someone needs to box out Benning. He has 9 rebounds in this game already. Actually 10, my mistake. He now has 10 rebounds in this contest. Someone needs to take it on themselves to get on his body, because a lot of these second chance points have come off of Brett Benning, my apologies, for offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Benning's got a couple tip-ins. I want to say that was his third of the game there. But making things happen on the offensive end. Huge offensive rebound numbers, 13 offensive for the Vikings and just 13 total for the Thunder.
Yeah, the Vikings have 11 second chance points. I think all 11 have come off of Benning offensive rebounds.
Peters working on Ebel. Kicks it to Eichelberger. Thought about a long three. Driving in on Benning. Gets it to Peterson. And he goes up, draws the contact. That's McLaughlin. That's going to be called for it.
Nice little dump down pass there by Eichelberger.
Pardon me, that's actually going to go against Benning. Luckily for the Vikings, just his first of the night. Peterson misses the first. Thunder struggling from the charity stripe. Just 62.5%, 5 of 8. Vikings, however, not much better, 4 of 6. Peterson rattles home the second, and Coach Giovanni will call another timeout. Minute and a half to play in the first half, and this already feels like it's coming down the stretch.
Yeah, and Wheaton's legit. They aren't getting a lot of love nationally right now, only getting 14 votes in the latest poll. But man, Wheaton, they can beat anybody. They can go into any gym, I believe, in the country and win.
I mean, yeah, they've proved that. They took a West Coast trip, and everybody knows how hard it is, not only going on the road, but going on the road that far, going all the way out to Spokane, taking down Whitworth on the road, then going to Rock Island, which is one of the longest trips in the CCIW from Wheaton to Rock Island, taking down what was then the number 2 ranked team in the nation.
I think the biggest thing is the leaders of the Thunder team play with so much confidence. They go into every game thinking that they are better than the team they're playing.
And that's something that the Thunder haven't had in the past couple years. We certainly haven't had it since we've been here at Wheaton, Caleb. This is our 4th year here, my 4th year broadcasting for the men's basketball team. And this is definitely the first time that we've seen this kind of swagger on the court. Peters gets the steal, working in transition, goes up and under. Beautiful finish on the scoop.
Luke Peters. There you go.
Benning working up top inside McLaughlin. And a great finish over the top. Not a whole lot Spencer Peterson could do there.
Yeah, the 6'7", 258 sophomore. He has a nice touch. That was a nice little hook there.
Eichelberger gets it to Francis. A long three! Bang!
This man's on something, I think. I don't know if I can say that at Wheaton, but holy moly.
21 first half points for Aston Francis. And Krishan Orange trying to match, but can't get the floater to go. He draws a foul.
I was staring right at Coach Giovanni when Francis hit that three, and he literally shrugged. Like, there's nothing you can do.
That foul's going to be against Peters, his first.
I mean, Krishan Orange is one of the better defenders in the CCIW, and he's honestly not done that bad of a job tonight, but just some shots. Here's a three again. I mean, that is so far behind the line and contested. Francis came ready to play tonight.
Yeah, Aston Francis keeping the Thunder on top offensively, 21 first half points, and this is against an Augustana defense that's only giving up 66 points per game total. The Thunder at 43 here as the first half closes down with a chance to get a few more.
Yeah, the pace, as we talked about before the game, clearly is favoring the Thunder, but they only have a 3-point lead. But I think it's a good sign that this is a high-scoring game. I was nervous about a 66 to 64 game, but the Thunder have a lot better winning percentage when the games are in the 80s.
Samuelson for three, knocks it down, and that puts the Thunder up 6. Vikings have chance for one more shot. Jelen kicks it out. Kellen at the buzzer, and that's huge. To get within 3, have this a one-possession game going into the half. That is massive for the Augustana Vikings. Props to Joe Kellen keeping his composure as the clock struck 0. So 46-43 is your score after the first 20 minutes. It's been the Aston Francis Show, leading all scorers with 21 points. Stay with us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. We'll be back with the second half of action after this.
We believe in one sovereign God, eternally existing in 3 persons, the everlasting Father, His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, and the Holy Spirit, the giver of life.
And we believe that God created the heavens and the earth out of nothing by His spoken word and for His own glory.
We believe that God has revealed Himself and His truth in the created order, in the Scriptures, and supremely in Jesus Christ.
We believe that the Scriptures of the Old and New Testaments are verbally inspired by God and inerrant in the original writing, so that they are fully trustworthy and of supreme and final authority in all they say.
We believe that Jesus Christ was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, was true God and true man, existing in one person and without sin.
We believe in the resurrection of the crucified body of our Lord, His ascension into heaven, and His present life there for us as Lord, High Priest, and Advocate.
We believe that God directly created Adam and Eve, the historical parents of the entire human race. And they were created in His own image, distinct from all other living creatures, and in a state of original righteousness.
We believe that our first parents sinned by rebelling against God's revealed will, and thereby incurred physical and spiritual death. And as a result, all human beings are born with a sinful nature that leads them to sin in word, thought, and deed.
We believe in the existence of Satan, sin, and evil powers, and that these have been defeated by God in the cross of Christ.
We believe that the Lord Jesus Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures, as a representative and substitutionary sacrifice, triumphing over all evil, and that all who believe in Him are justified by His shed blood and forgiven of all their sins.
We believe that all who receive the Lord Jesus Christ by faith are born again of the Holy Spirit, and thereby become children of God, and are enabled to offer spiritual worship acceptable to God.
We believe that the Holy Spirit indwells and gives life to believers, enables them to understand the Scriptures, empowers them for godly living, and equips them for service and witness.
We believe that the one holy universal church is the body of Christ and is composed of Christ's people.
The task of Christ's people in this world is to be God's redeemed people, embodying His love by worshiping God with confession, prayer, and praise, by proclaiming the gospel of God's redemptive love through our Lord Jesus Christ to the ends of the earth by word and deed, by caring for all God's creation, by actively seeking the good of everyone, especially the poor and the needy.
We believe in the blessed hope that Jesus Christ will soon return to this earth, personally, visibly, and unexpectedly, in power and great glory, to gather His elect, to raise the dead, to judge the nations, and to bring His kingdom to fulfillment.
We believe in the bodily resurrection of the just and the unjust, the everlasting punishment of the lost, and the everlasting blessedness of the saved.
And the sun was shining as well as it could on the shadowy river, a good part of the shine being caught in the trees. Since about this time last year, painting the Fox River, starting up in West Dundee in the north, we're going to cover all the way down to Ottawa. I hope that it happens at least with one painting I make out of these 60 that, you know, when you look at it, it just leads you. It's heuristic. You know, it wants you to go. It wants you to encounter. I mean, I sometimes think of it as kind of homesickness, you know, where you feel like your identity is out there somewhere else. You're here, but you have this pull, you know, to be somewhere, and it's an ache. In fact, in Gilead, you know, John Ames at some point talks about this town, Gilead, and he says, you know, this town has been wearied a little and then wearied a little more, and yet he says hope is still there. And I mean, that is the thing. Hope isn't the accomplishment. This whole idea of, you know, when is hope important? It's important when it's dark, you know, when you can't see. That's when it manifests itself as a possibility. So these paintings aren't about a sort of glorious resolution, but I hope they are something that makes one feel a glimmer of hope for possibilities.
Hi, I'm Nate Brown. College will be one of the most transformational experiences in your life.
My education in the context of a Christian community helps shape the way I live and engage the world around me. I love that Wheaton relates Christian liberal arts to the needs of contemporary society. The classes are designed to combine faith and learning, giving you a biblical perspective that's accessible and applicable. Wheaton students are challenged to answer questions like, what does it mean to live as a Christian doctor, engineer, or business professional? Being in an environment with other students and faculty who are passionate about their faith and serious about their education will help you to know who you are in Christ and prepare you to go wherever He leads you. I look forward to helping you find your way to Wheaton. Talk to you soon.
Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new.
And we are back here in King Arena. Once again, I'm Nate Stein alongside Caleb Springer. You're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Some record in the making here in King Arena tonight. Aston Francis back in the first half passed into number 7 overall in three-pointers made in Wheaton College history. He needs just 2 more as you'll get another look at that incredible corner 3. Francis makes 2 more threes in this game. He will pass Ben Panner and be the number 6 all-time three-point shooter in Thunder history. Ricky Samuelson needs 1 more 3 to move into 10th place on that same list. We talked about how the Thunder can pour it in from deep. That is in action tonight.
Absolutely. They are shooting lights out. 8 threes in the first half. Aston Francis with 6 threes on his own. He has 21 first half points. Incredible performance, and none of those shots were easy. They were all contested, and they were almost all fading away. It's just to the point where Coach Giovanni, we saw in the first half, literally shrugged after he made a 3, like you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, when number 1 gets in the zone like that, there's not many defenders in the entire country that can do anything about it. Speaking of three-pointers, we saw Jay Spencer struggle a little bit in the first half from deep. He came out for warm-ups for the second half and immediately started working on his form and splashed 5 threes in a row to start his warm-up. We'll see if that translates to the court.
Man, we're in for a treat the second half. If the second half is anything like the first half, this is going to be a game to remember.
Peters looking for Francis in the corner. Has to drop it out to Eichelberger. Oh my. Micah Martin rejects Samuelson. Good back cut to get Samuelson into position, but the 6'11 Martin a little bit too much.
Krishan Orange was playing Francis really tight in the first half, but I think at halftime he's been given permission to face guard Francis and not let him touch the ball at all.
Eichelberger all alone down low, and Micah Martin, even though he didn't get the block there, affecting the shot, forcing Eichelberger to float it up there. Jay Spencer trying to get in Martin's face, but an easy lay-in brings the Vikings within 1.
Yeah, Micah Martin only averages around 7 points a game, but he has 13 here just at the beginning of the second half.
Samuelson gets it to Francis. Orange up on him from 30 feet out. Francis kicks it out. Eichelberger pump fakes, drives into the lane, loses the ball, and it will go to the Vikings.
Look for the Thunder to do some action with Francis coming off of screens and then slipping. The screener slips because there's so much attention on Aston Francis right now that all eyes are on him so other guys can slip to the basket undetected.
Sortillo swings it around to Ebel. Pull up 2 for Sortillo, and the Vikings back on top. Francis gets the ball on the wing, jumps into the lane, loses control. Martin comes up with it. Sortillo in transition, kicks it out. Martin trying to work on Spencer. And good job by Spencer pushing him off the spot. But a late whistle. And I think that's going to go against Kobe Eichelberger.
That's Eichelberger's second foul.
See if we can get a look. Yeah, and you see just a little bit holding down Brett Benning's right arm ever so slightly.
Benning with 10 rebounds. So he deserves that kind of treatment, but unfortunately Eichelberger got called for it.
Evil swings it to Martin, and Martin can't finish over the top. Great help defense by Eichelberger. Now Eichelberger in transition, pulls up for 3, and he was jogging back down the court before that thing went in.
I have never seen Kobe play with so much confidence as he has the last couple games. He was literally, as you said, Nate, he started jogging back on defense while the ball was still in the air.
And now an offensive foul on the other end, and you can see this start to turn. Here's another look at that Eichelberger 3 right there before the ball falls back into the frame. Eichelberger turning his back to get back on defense. Francis with it on the far side. Orange right in his face. And Orange is going to get called for the foul before the drive.
Orange doesn't like it, but I think it was a good call. When you're playing someone that close, and he stuck out his knee a little bit there and slowed him down, that's a foul.
Yeah, any little thing, like you said, when you're that close to somebody is most likely going to get called. Ball inbounded to Eichelberger. Peters. Francis trying to find somewhere to go. Orange in his grill. Francis bodies him. Come on! And Aston Francis staring at Krishan Orange the entire way down the floor after that shot.
That's where his strong upper body and his just strength in general comes into play. He can just lean into you and get enough space to get the shot off.
Ebel swings it across to Sortillo. Back out. Ebel for three. And one. Francis a little late on the recovery. Got him in the arm. Francis doesn't like it, but I think that's the right call.
Yeah, looks like he got him a little bit.
Got him in the hand after the ball was gone, but that's still a foul.
And that's where Aston continues to struggle a little bit on defensive end. I know Coach Schauer talks about it a lot. He's gotten better throughout the season, but he totally lost Ebel for the third time this game, and it's resulted in 3 made threes from Ebel.
Peters handling the ball for the Thunder. Driving into the lane on Ebel, has a size advantage over the smaller guard, and he uses that in the post and finishes.
That's just such a good play for the Thunder. Going at Ebel, who has 2 fouls. Peters, that's his bread and butter.
And Spencer Peterson doing a pretty good job of keeping Martin at bay, but couldn't hold off for another second.
There's a lot of dudes out here on the court that can really play. What a treat to be able to watch this game.
Peterson almost lost his balance. Everybody trying to get Francis free. Credit Krishan Orange for sticking right with him. And Eichelberger gets hammered by Martin. That's a sloppy defensive play. He was trying to sell out for the big block, but couldn't keep his body under control.
Yeah, and that's the third on Micah Martin. Let's see if the Thunder can get one more here in the next couple minutes. That would be a major play in this game. It looks like
they're not going to have a chance to.
They won't have a chance to.
Yeah, that's a really smart coaching move by Gray Giovanni to get Andy McLaughlin out there right away. Don't let the Thunder go right at Martin like at the moment again. Francis going to be the one to inbound the ball. You don't see this a whole lot. Gets into Peters. Spencer. And keep an eye on that matchup. It's Joe Kellen on Francis now. He got a little bit more breathing room pretty much as soon as Orange went to the bench. Spencer pulls up for 3. Back iron. Gets his own rebound. Drives in. And McLaughlin's going to get called for the foul there.
Good job of Spencer following a shot. Not many players do that anymore. It used to be just a rule that you always followed your shot. Spencer was starting to creep back, but realized that no one was in front of him. The ball was right there. Attacked the basket and goes to the foul line.
And while McLaughlin did do a good job of staying vertical, he rotated his hips ever so slightly to knock Spencer off his spot.
Spencer continuing to struggle with his shot. $55-53 lead here for the Thunder. 3.5 minutes into this game.
McLaughlin swings it around. Sortillo looking inside for Benning. Spencer rises up, but Benning, better finish over the top.
You said that exactly right. Peterson hobbling off the court. Gunter will come into the game. But that was good defense by Spencer. Just a better play by Benning. Benning has 10 rebounds, 6 points, 10 rebounds.
And another record to keep your eye on tonight. Aston Francis so far has 7 made three-point field goals. The Wheaton record for three-pointers in the game is 10, set by Ben Panner back in 2009. He went 10 of 18 against Carthage. Francis already threatening that record here with 15 to play in regulation. Orange guarding Francis about 30, 35 feet out. Drives into the lane, drops it down low. Good finish by Gunter. And back on the other end, the Vikings respond. We're knotted up at 57.
It's back and forth action at King Arena. Good basketball plays on both sides of the court.
Zach Quam for three, still loose. Gunter gets it, and good finish. Way to go up strong. And a timeout taken by Coach Schauer. 59-57, 14:36 to play in the second half. And Caleb, you said this a few times already, we're in for a treat tonight. And so far in the second half, these teams just trading haymakers.
Yeah, absolutely. There are, all the power players are coming out. Francis is making threes. Ebel's making plays. Micah Martin's being a beast. And Kobe Eichelberger is just playing an incredible game. But this is one of those games that you love because both teams are playing so well. No one's limping to the finish line here. Both teams want it, and it's showing on the court.
And you really can't say much more than that. These are two high-level basketball teams at the Division III level, and like you just said, both teams want it. There's really nothing more to say besides that. You want to say who wants it more, but I don't know if there's really a difference between that. It's going to come down to just who can execute their game plan.
Yeah, Wheaton's playing with a chip on their shoulder because they don't feel like they're getting the recognition they deserve. At 13-4 with multiple top 10 wins on the road, to not be ranked, they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. Augustana on the other end, ranked in the top 5 in the country, they are trying to prove that they're still the top dog in this conference.
Ebel gets it on the far side. There's a whistle away from the ball. That's going to go against Gunter.
Francis taking a quick break, and it's probably going to be a really quick one because, I mean, offensively, this team really is Aston Francis.
Simon looking for somewhere to go. Trying to get to the baseline. Kicks it out. Ebel. 6 on the shot clock. And great defensive rotation from the Thunder. And all the Vikings are livid right now.
And as I thought, Francis back in the game. Just quick breather.
Coach Giovannine and every single player for Augustana absolutely incredulous at that call. Hard to see from our angle, but it will be Thunder ball. Eichelberger guarded by Frake. And that will be a jump ball, and it will go to Augustana. Eichelberger may have thought he got fouled there.
I think it's a good call. Yeah. Both teams shooting very well. Wheaton shooting around 53%. Augustana 49%.
Orange looking for somewhere to go. Moving screen called against McLaughlin. We'll get another look here on the Realty Executives replay. Hey, yeah, just a little bit. McLaughlin ducked down, used his arms, and pushed Eichelberger out of the way. That's the right call. Quam trying to work on Ebel. Now Eichelberger goes in, and a foul before the shot.
That's the patented Kobe Eichelberger jab step move where he, as you see here, he'll jab, He'll do a little jab, and if the defender doesn't react to it, he'll just continue it. It's that little stutter. And some refs call it travel, but it actually isn't if he keeps that back foot down, and it works almost every time.
Samuelson swings it around. Eichelberger driving into the lane, goes right into the body of Martin, goes down hard. Eichelberger a little slow to get up in transition. And a loose ball. Orange gets it down low, swings it in the corner. This is Simon. And now the Vikings reset. Loose ball, great job by Eichelberger and Gunter teaming up to take it away from Martin. Samuelson for three. Back iron, rebound Orange. And you can feel the energy in this gym, electric. One play will pop this gym off. Orange rises up. And Samuelson now going to get whistled for the foul on the rebound.
I swear every single time Wheaton and Augustana plays in basketball, it's like this, just hard-nosed basketball. There's been so many close games over the last, at least since we've been here, against Augustana. Augustana's won almost all of them except for this last one in Rock Island. Wheaton's trying to show that they're not going to be the little dog anymore, that they are just as good or better than Augustana and not going to get pushed down around anymore. That's why this game is so significant.
Peters working on Ebel. Inside, Francis can't finish. Rebound Peters, and he draws the foul. That's going to go against Ebel, I believe.
Yeah, it should, based on the replay there.
Man,
yeah.
That will be his third. So both Ebel and Martin, the two leading scorers in this game for the Vikings, and a little bit of foul trouble with three apiece as Peters gets his first to go home.
Yeah, Peters only shooting 44% from the foul line this year. Gets the shooter's touch there.
And Peters going 2 for 2. So Thunder back on top, 61-59. Little over 12 minutes to play in the second half. Ebel driving into the lane, kicks it out. Sortillo for three. Rebound Francis. Francis trying to get the Thunder to run. Quam up and under. Beautiful.
Tom Brady to Edelman there.
My guys.
Francis, one-handed pass on a dime. Quam has a little Edelman in him too.
100%, and I think that might be the best compliment that you could give Zach Quam. A huge Patriots fan as well. If you tell him he's Julian Edelman, he might kiss you. And a questionable foul called. We'll get another look at this incredible pitch and catch. Francis lobs it up. Quam doesn't even have to put it on the ground. Beautiful up and under finish. Sortillo working into the lane. Gunter a little bit late on the rotation.
That's just a senior move. The pump fake, step around, off the glass.
Francis calling for it. Gets it, and once again, Orange bodying him all the way over by the Thunder bench. And it'll be a foul before the shot. That's going to go against Krishan Orange. And Francis will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And that's Orange's second. And that'll get Orange a spot on the bench. Joe Kellen back into the game. First one from Francis rims home.
Francis now 25 points on 8 of 13 shooting, and 7 of those 8 field goals have been three-pointers.
And Francis, 2 of 2, extends this Thunder lead to 2 possessions, a 4-point game. Ebel working on the right wing, swings it around. Sortillo. Good shade by Gunter, but leaves Sortillo all alone, trying to switch back on to Martin, and he buries that three.
Sortillo Little 5-point burst from him.
Quam finds Peters up top. Dribble handoff to Francis. Draws the double team from Kellen and Ebel. Peters swings it out. Quam a three with a hand in his face. That one rattles around. Francis battling for the rebound. Not sure who the last touch was, and they'll say it was off Francis. Viking ball. Couple of subs for the Thunder as Samuelson and Jay Spencer enter the game.
This is a game where it's destined to come down to a couple key possessions. It's what team goes on that last run to take control at the end, because this has just been back and forth.
And Peters gonna get called for a foul. He doesn't like it. The student section doesn't like it. And Peters still arguing, holding his hand straight up. We'll get another look. There's not a whole lot there, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's not really a CCIW foul, in my opinion, either. Sortillo.
Dylan Sortillo, 8 straight points for him alone.
He still has a bad taste in his mouth from the Thunder win in Rock Island. He does not want to go out as a senior without beating the Thunder.
And I stand corrected, that's actually 10 straight from Sortillo. As Ebel trying to make it a 2-possession game in favor of the Vikings. Sortillo, another 3. This one short, rebound. Samuelson, Francis going the other way. Easy lay-in in transition. That's the Ferrari game that John Panner was talking about before.
And that's also the only easy basket I think Francis will get this whole game.
Kellen guarded by Francis. Ebel trying to get into the middle of the court. Sends it through to Benning. And Benning, good job holding on to that and finishing. And Coach Giovanni will take a timeout with the Vikings up 69-67, 9:15 to play.
And I don't often say this, but we have a triple-double watch. Brett Benning with 8 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He's been so active in this game, and what a pass there by Ebel. He threaded that through, I think, 3 different sets of Thunder arms straight to Benning for the layup.
Yeah, at first it looked like it was a pretty ill-advised pass, but Benning slid into a great position at the last second and was able to take that out of the defense's clutches and finish over the top.
You saw there we got Spider-Man in the house in the student section.
I mean, I guess that's technically a jersey. Jerseys are the theme for the night, but yeah, I mean, it's a uniform of sorts, right? You can call it that.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man's always an okay outfit to wear to a student section.
I respect it. Peters moving to his right, hand off to Francis, and another foul on Orange. And that is Krishan Orange's 3rd foul. So Ebel, Orange, and Martin, 3 impact players, 3 fouls apiece.
Yeah, Orange has 3 fouls on Francis this half, just like that. And Francis, I mean, if you're going to play him that close when Wheaton's in the bonus, he's just going to rip through and attack your hip all day and draw those little bumps and those hand checks.
And another good sign for the Thunder. Spencer Peterson back into action. We saw him limp off the court earlier in the game, but it's good that he's well enough to get back out there. And Francis knocks down both, knots this one back up, 69 apiece.
Francis with a 30 ball.
The 9th tie of the game, 4 lead changes. And since Francis is at 30 points and he can pour it in quick, keep an eye out for him to get even more closer into the 40 to 50 range. Martin draws the foul on Peterson, who shows no fear challenging the big man at the rim.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul because he was about to go in and lay that in. Martin's a 61.2% free throw shooter.
First one rattles home. Second from Martin on the way. And Martin, 2 of 2. Peters guarded by Ebel, picked up right around half court. Hand off to Francis, trying to find some room. And that's an offensive foul. And Francis does not like that call.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally right in front of us.
It's the extension. It's a good sell by Ebel, yes, but it is extension by the rule book. That's an offensive foul.
And I honestly don't think Ebel flopped. I think his foot got caught on Francis's and he fell over, which extension. Let's see it on the replay again. Let's see his feet. I think he gets caught right there. He gets stepped on and falls over.
You can see that right ankle tweak a little bit.
Which makes it look like it was more of a push-off than it was.
And shout out to basketball manager Brady Sandvik getting out there cleaning up Ebel's sweat spot. Love to see him getting on the court. Ebel crosses over, step back. Wow. Yeah. High difficulty shot.
That is a great move. He just Aston Francis.
I think there's only 2 or 3 people in the nation that can pull that move off, and both of them are playing in this game right now. Eichelberger rises up, but that one gets caught on the rim, and the Vikings already up 4, looking to extend. Krishan Orange in transition. Can't convert. And now a foul. That's against Micah Martin. That's his 4th.
You cannot like that if you're Greg Giovanni for multiple reasons. 1, your big man has 4 fouls. 2, it's putting Wheaton on the line. And 3, it was just so far away from the basket.
And just like that, Andy McLaughlin standing up and making his way to the scorer's table. I don't think we're going to see Micah Martin again until about 3 minutes left in this game, if it's still close. Peterson knocks down the first. Thunder in the double bonus, so 2 free throws for every defensive foul against the Vikings from here on out. These last 8 minutes could take a whole lot longer than that.
Yeah, buckle in, folks. This is going to be, I just have a strong feeling this is going to be quite the finish.
Peterson rattles out the second. McLaughlin and Sortillo battling each other for that rebound. Orange driving into the lane, high off the glass, can't finish. And a traveling violation against Sortillo. Good athletic move to get in there for the rebound, but couldn't hold his feet. And by definition, you go down and don't lose the ball, that's a travel. Peter swings it to Francis. And Francis, with a traveling violation, gives the ball right back to the Vikings.
Yeah, it's the right call.
And Francis getting a little antsy when he does get the ball. That's credit to Krishan Orange for doing such a good job of denying him throughout these offensive possessions in the second half. Ebel, guarded by Francis, driving into the lane, kicks out for Orange. Benning for 3. And the Vikings back on top by 6.
Yeah, that's a huge shot. And they take a 6-point lead.
Their largest of the game.
Yeah, ties the largest of the game. Brett Benning, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Wow.
And at least 7 minutes left to play in this one. Something tells me it could be a little bit more than that. We're in it for the long haul. Once again, you're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I'm Nate Stein alongside Caleb Springer. If you're just joining us, you better have a really good excuse. This has been an incredible game so far. Aston Francis poured in 21 first half points. He's up to 30 on the night. And Caleb, as you just said, Brett Benning, 11 and 10 for the Vikings. But it's been Micah Martin who's pacing the scorers for Augustana. He's got 17.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's playing their game. Everyone's playing well. People are playing at or above their averages for the most part. I mean, this is one of those games that is so hard to lose because you really just threw your best out there. Certainly there's always plays you can take back and do better. You can always go up to the drawing board, but so much heart has been poured into this game with so many implications for seeding, for the conference tournament, and just pride, honestly.
Yeah, you mentioned seeding. Illinois Wesleyan has the fast track with just one CCIW loss, so it's looking like the tournament is going to be held in Bloomington, but this is a battle for the 2 seed. Samuelson steps up and rises, draws the Thunder within 4.
Yeah, it's battle for the 2 seed. It could be the 1 because they still have to play both teams again, I believe.
Orange with it on the left wing. Up top for Benning. Sortillo getting into the lane. Gets Spencer to rise up, and a good calm finish for Sortillo.
Sortillo's having himself a half. He only had 2 points at halftime, and he's up to 16, so he has 14 second half points. The senior wants it.
Eichelberger swings it. Samuelson, corner 3. Cash.
I mean, he's leading the country in 3-point field goal percentage. If he has an open shot, you might as well just count it before he even shoots it.
The Thunder back within 3, 75-78. Ebel going in on Francis, swings it across. Benning a wide open 3. Back rims it too strong. Eichelberger with the rebound. Peters into the lane, slows things up. Francis, step back 3. That one too strong. Rebound, Jay Spencer. Eichelberger thought about a long 3. Now going at Benning. Francis swings it out. Peters in the lane, left-handed floater. No good. Rebound Benning. Sortillo guarded by Samuelson. Swings it across to Ebel. Kicked out. 10 on the shot clock. Orange with it. 3 seconds. Sortillo drives in. That ball never hit the rim. That's a shot clock violation. So it will be Thunder ball. Amazing defensive possession for Wheaton. Able to stem every single flow that Augustana threw at them. And with 4:46 left, Micah Martin back in the game with 5 fouls.
And here we are.
The Thunder need to recognize that, and you see Coach Panner pointing it out.
5 minutes left in this game. I mean, this is just who's going to make the plays down the stretch. Both teams want it. It's not the question of effort. It's all about execution.
Aston Francis almost just pulled off the layup of the year. That thing sat on the rim for a couple seconds before falling off. I'd like to see the Thunder try to work it inside, try to draw a foul from Martin, get him out of this game. Simon kicks it out. Frake looking inside for Martin. Spencer on him. Martin fading away and somehow gets it to go. Good touch by the big man.
Wow. 5-point game. The last 4 minutes. I mean, you can't ask for more than this.
Peters gets it to Samuelson. Simon with a hand in his face. Samuelson pulls up. Floater off the front iron. Kellen with it. Back to Simon. Ebel kicks it into the corner. Kellen for 3. Rebound Francis. Thunder pushing the pace. Francis out to Spencer. Wide open look at a 3. That one off the side of the rim.
Both teams missing big 3s. Augustana missed a 3 to go up 8, and that would have been huge if Spencer would have drained that. But there's still plenty of time. I'm lost for words. This is quite a game.
Yeah, Coach Giannavinin taking a timeout. 3:15 to play. We're in it for the long haul. We've talked about it a couple times on this broadcast. These teams trading haymakers. Expect that to continue in these final 3 and change. And you can't really say much more than that. We've talked about the implications. We've talked about how this game's gone, how we think it's going to go. There's nothing left to do but play basketball.
If I'm Augustana, my mindset is make someone other than Aston Francis win this game in those last 3 minutes, because you know Wheaton's just going to want to give him the ball and say, win us this game. And if I'm Wheaton, I mean, I think you just got to find a way to get him open, to be honest. And also recognize that you can play off of him, like I've said, because all the eyes are going to be on him on that end of the court. You can slip. Francis can drive and kick. So many options. And on the defensive end, the Thunder need to just finish possessions with the rebounds. They're losing the rebounding battle by 13, and Augustana has 18 offensive rebounds. Any offensive rebounds at this point in the game are just backbreakers, because you're probably playing a great defensive possession to give up an offensive rebound. So much at stake. Packed King Arena. I mean, this is why you train in the offseason right here for this game.
Ebel taking the ball up the court out of the timeout. Hand off to Sortillo. Martin. Spencer takes it away from Benning. Great rotation by Najwan Spencer. Peters uses the Spencer screen. Trying to spring Francis up top, but Orange stuck to him. Eichelberger working into the teeth of the defense, gets it to Samuelson, and a foul called. And the Thunder bench looking for a goaltending call. That foul's against Benning.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either.
Yeah, that was still going up.
Yeah, still going up. Hadn't hit the backboard yet. It's the right call. Samuelson knocks down the first.
Samuelson with 13 points. Always efficient, 5 of 10 shooting.
Make it 14. Thunder within 3. Benning swings it around to Sortillo. Francis on Ebel. Ebel, mid-range jumper, rebound Peters. Peters looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Aston Francis. Francis working on Orange into the lane. Floats it in over the top of Martin. And it looks like Martin's playing a little scared on the defensive end. He doesn't want to foul out of this game.
Yeah, he did not attack that aggressively at all. Just kind of flew out his right hand.
And now this gym is ready to pop off. Orange can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Loose ball. And there's going to be a foul on the floor. That's going to go against the Thunder. That's Kobe Eichelberger.
Let's see here on the replay.
Hard to see, a lot of bodies jumbled down low. And it is so loud in this gym, Micah Martin had to just go stand right next to Coach Giovannin and have him scream the defensive call into his ear. Orange can't finish, loose ball, Peters with it.
It's loud in here, wow.
This may be as loud as King Arena has ever been and will ever be. Francis gets a look at a 3. Thunder on top. Francis.
Wow.
Buckets.
This place is going insane. Everyone's standing up here. Well, student section at least.
Sortillo can't finish. Rebound Peters. Caleb, you've talked about how this game could come down to a few key possessions. These could be it. Ebel takes it away, and we're knotted up at 82 apiece.
What a big play by the junior from Denver. Ebel knots it up. This is a huge possession.
And a little bit of luck there on the bounce. The ball got tipped off the ref, but when the ref's in the court of play, that's allowed. That's normal.
Oh, wow.
And Krishan Orange just picked up his 4th foul. So Orange and Martin both playing with 4. Coach Giovanni is not going to go to his bench, not with 44 seconds left on the clock.
That's just a bailout foul. You can't do that. You got to force them to make a shot.
And just like that, a hush falls over the crowd. And Francis' first rims out.
The important thing here to realize, 44 seconds on the clock. Either Augustana goes...
You have to believe they're going to try to go 2 for 1.
Yeah, you have to.
1 point game. They don't need to force a 3 or anything. They're going to take the first good look they get. 2 for 1.
Yeah, I think they would have to attack the basket here real fast. Try to get a shot so you got enough time where you can just play a solid defensive possession to get another shot for the win. But at the same time, you get any good shot you can get. That's secondary to scoring. Scoring's number 1. 2, ideally, you score relatively quickly. Wow.
If you're Coach Giovanni, what are you saying to Krishan Orange and Micah Martin right now? Both guys, huge defensive players, are going to have huge impacts on the last 44 seconds of this game, especially Orange, who you know he's going to be stuck to Francis like glue. What can he do to avoid fouling out?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to do what you got to do. You got to trust your teammates. I mean, if you foul out, well, foul just in general is bad. Still go to the foul line for 2 shots. So you can't foul, but at the same time, it is so important not to let Aston Francis get the ball, because there's something in his eyes right now where I feel like if he touches the ball, it's going in the hoop.
Ebel will wait for this to bounce up the court a little bit, picks it up at half court. About a 13-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Sortillo looking for somewhere to go with it. Ebel driving in, goes up. And now just a 1.5 second difference. Thunder can hold for the last shot. They're down by 1.
There's no need to, though. You got to score. So get a good shot. Doesn't have to be at the buzzer.
Peters gets it. 17 seconds. Francis working on Orange. And Francis wisely calls a timeout. 12 seconds left in this game and what will be the final possession.
A lot of teams here wait for like a buzzer beater shot, but that's really not a smart play, because you want to get a shot up early enough where you can attack the glass and maybe get a tip back or maybe a foul on the rebound. I just think, I've said this 3 times I think, but Coach Giovanni in this huddle is saying, do not let Francis get the ball. Do not let him get a ball, and all eyes are on him. I would set some kind of screen where like Kobe Eichelberger slips to the basket, because I think that he'll be wide open.
Francis with 36 points. There's a reason all eyes are on him in these final seconds. Eichelberger and Samuelson, 14 apiece. On the flip side, it's Martin pacing the Vikings with 19, followed close behind by Ebel and Sortillo with 17 and 16, respectively. And one thing that is interesting for playoff implications, for CCIW seeding implications, if this result holds and Augustana wins by 1 and the Thunder and the Vikings both finish with the same conference record, then the Thunder will still have the tiebreaker against the Vikings with the 5-point road win over the point differential.
Yeah. I think the only thing on their minds is to win this game, but you're absolutely correct. Let's see what play Coach Schauer threw up in the huddle.
Peters to inbound it. Looking for somewhere to go, gets it in, Orange steals it! Orange stole the ball! And 1, Krishan Orange has a chance to ice this game from the free throw line.
Yeah, not only did he score, but it's and 1, so now he can make this a 2-possession game. A couple of costly turnovers. That wasn't necessarily on Luke Peters, but 2 in the last minute for Peters.
Orange. Front iron. Francis has a chance. 5 seconds. He's got to get loose. Throws it up.
I think they called a foul on the floor. Francis is arguing that he got fouled in the act of shooting. That was awfully close. Good recognition of Francis of trying to make it in the shooting motion, knowing that Ebel was trying to foul him. So here you got to make the first, and then you can play off the second. But you have to make the first one.
And he does it. So now a timeout between shots.
I think you intentionally missed this one.
You have to.
There's just not enough time to foul, have the ball go all the way down the other side. You're just going to huck up some crazy shot. You have to intentionally miss this, which is honestly hard to do.
Yeah, because remember, you have to hit the rim. You can't just throw it off the backboard.
You just got to throw it, and you don't want to really shoot it. You want a hard bounce off the rim. So you got to kind of just chuck it at the rim and hope for some quirky bounce that lands in the hands of the Thunder player. Also, what you can do is the two guys down low can try to tip it out to the three-point line to someone open. They don't necessarily have to grab the ball.
Francis at the line. And he does not hit the rim. It will be Viking ball. Thunder need to go for the steal and foul right away if they don't get it.
You literally need to foul right away. You cannot lose your man in this situation. Like this.
And Benning wide open. That will do it as he just dribbles this clock out. And the Vikings have done it. Come into King Arena and knocked off the Thunder. The team's now 1-1 against each other in head-to-head play this season.
Wow, what a treat of a game. It did not go the Thunder's way. Another heartbreaking loss to Augustana Vikings, but it was not because of heart. What a game. We'll go down to the court for an interview with Coach Howard.
Thanks, Caleb. Coach, obviously not the result you wanted. A real grinder of a game coming down to the very last possession.
Yeah, disappointed. I mean, what a great game. It was a great college basketball game and a lot of good things from both sides. You know, disappointed we didn't execute scouting report very well defensively. I thought that caught up to us a little bit. You know, then we obviously had two huge turnovers in situations we just couldn't afford to have them. So disappointed with that, you know, and then gave up a ton of rebounds. You know, our league's great. Let me say this, if you split with Augustana, you always got a shot. It's disappointing because we really had a chance to put ourselves in a pretty good place. So we've got to, you know, we've got to emotionally be able to move on and you know, win Saturday, and you know, we're going to be okay.
Coach, you talked about emotionally moving on, also obviously physically moving on, the rest of the conference schedule. What do you have to do to keep yourselves in that playoff race?
Well, I mean, just keep playing like this, right? I mean, there's a reason they're 5th in the country. We're pretty good. You know, our league is tough. And, you know, if you don't execute properly defensively, you know, we gave up 6 points in the first minute to Nolan Ebel because we didn't defend properly. And you're chasing those 6 points all night. And a game like tonight, you just can't do it. And so I was a little disappointed. We have a casualness at times defensively that hurts us against quality teams. We're so good offensively, but we've got to find ways to consistently stop people.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. There you have it, the Thunder losing a heartbreaker at home to the 5th-ranked Augustana Vikings. Your final score, 86-84. Thunder back in action this weekend on Saturday. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. For Caleb Springer, I'm Nate Stein.
Water polo, isn't that the one? What's that? Spring. Because boys swimming is something. Oh, yeah. You can't do both. Oh, yeah. They must get there involved, right? Yeah. Exactly. I don't, you know what? It breaks things up. And if it's much cold, I'd rather do that than baseball in 30-degree weather. That's the thing, I sign a lot more with you because the weather is more like to be fast, so gimme. It's gonna be nice and warm in there. Yeah. All right, time for me to go to work. All right. Hey, no, you got to interview the guy or not? Yeah. No. Man, that just. What it's all about. Yeah, I looked at the actual physical paper. There was so much benefit. Like inside one page. I'm not mad about the way